you will find it quite daunting. You will need to have a lot of patience and strength. You have to have your nose to the wall, your feet to the wall, and you drop down and up. Drop down and up. So these scapular struts, this is the handstand that's not going to be so stable, and this is the handstand that's going to push you away from gravity. So understanding that can be done through doing downward dog. And also to increase flexibility, the same movement can be done when you're in your dolphin and doing shrugs here. So these two movements will help you find your awareness when you go up into handstand. So when you go up into handstand, what you ideally need to do is when you come up here, let me just push it up. Okay, when you come up here, is push up and away. Okay, not sink down. Push up and away. And that push up and away there is going to hold you strongly in your handstand. You need to get a little bit of arm strength where you're moving through arm strength and building endurance in the shoulder muscles. So some of the drills that I would suggest and recommend is by going from your downward dog here into your chaturanga here, pushing up into your plank, coming back down into your downward dog and pushing up. So doing 5 to 10 reps of these. Again, it's giving you shoulder endurance. It's also giving you strength and stability. So coming down into chaturanga, really leaning over, okay, for that extension, pushing up, keeping that over movement so we're not here, okay, coming back down and back up. Making sure here you're not sinking down or sinking down, you're keeping in that movement and pushing forward. That's really going to help you. So you do again the same movement when you're in dolphin. So from dolphin, you push straight into your chaturanga, push up with that over movement into your plank, coming back down into your chaturanga and back to your dolphin. So that's going to give you a little bit more tricep strength and even more endurance in the shoulders plus flexibility, because this movement alone is very important to build flexibility, because we often get super tight working all our shoulders and hand movements. So we also need to work on stretching. So one of my favorite ones is sitting in down into a nice low squat. You can have your heels down or up, snapping your arm behind, or putting your arm behind. You probably don't want to snap it. So you bring your arm in here, then your knee over the top, okay? So you're in this position, and then squeezing your arms in a nice kind of round position. So from the front, it looks like a chicken with the wings in, and you feel a beautiful stretch, definitely if you're really tight like me today. And you hold that for 30 seconds to a minute. Then with your wrists, also turn your hands out, go from one side to the other side a few times, do some round movements a few times, then turn your hands backwards, coming back. Your hands can come off slightly and forward, back, and you can bend your elbows to increase it and forward. You can also hold it in this back position and really get a nice stretch, okay? This is going to really stretch out. Putting the backs of your hands down on the mat, doing a few of these movements, stretching out through your forearm extensors, okay? Probably good to have something underneath, not the hard surface like me. So making sure you're getting that stretch. And then with the stretch and flexibility, doing a few false finger movements. So in your plank, lifting up and down, up and down. I do 5 to 10 of these just to build on. If you have enough strength, you can lift up in the full plank and down. You can see that it's hard for me today, but that's okay. So up and down, up and down, or up and down. When you go up into handstand, the falling will occur from your feet. They will dictate where you go, okay? So if your feet start going crazy, so they start going this way, you just tilt your feet over. So if they go backwards, you tilt into, I haven't done any back bend work, but you tilt into a back bend. So leg goes over, coming on down. All the control and lead is with my feet, so I don't have any stress because I know my feet are actually the leaders of this movement of falling. So